Jamie Dimon's attack on Bitcoin looks to be ending, and leverage traders have been flushed. Everyone's wondering what is coming next. Interestingly, Donald Trump might have just accidentally admitted who is going to be the next Fed chair. Of course, QT has officially ended this week, and there are many signs that 80K could have been the bottom. Today, I'm going to make the case that this could be the most bullish setup I've seen all year. I know I've been wrong all year, but I'm convinced, guys, it is not over. And I am going to do duties alone today, for a little bit. Nico's in a meeting. He'll pop in a little later. And, of course, I do have a guest. CryptoCloakS is going to pop in about probably 20, 30 minutes. But anyways, enough of housekeeping here. Let's get into what I am seeing, guys. I know Nico's been getting kind of beat up because he's a bear. But dude, guys, I am so convinced that this bull run is not over. It's actually ridiculous. I'm the last bull standing here. Even Luke has been getting bearish on us, guys. What is going on? All right, so here is the latest news. Here is what happened yesterday for you guys not perpetually online, not completely obsessed with Twitter, not really following along on all the news. The big kind of news story is that Bitcoin, we're above 93K. I didn't actually look at the price right before the show, but we did hit like 94. We're hovering around 93K right now. And what is causing that? We saw $400 million of shorts liquidated yesterday. Leverage shorts liquidated. And this is really telling us a lot about what's going on in the market. Also, of course, Bitcoin has now added $200 billion to its market cap in the last 36 hours. And as Kobayashi Letter, which is someone I've been telling you guys to follow on Twitter, says, keep watching leverage. I think that is kind of the big important note here. There's been a few things that you can watch. Yes, you can watch spot Bitcoin price. But right now, I think where our eyes should be kind of, paying attention to is, of course, the ETF inflows because the institutions are here, and then leverage. If we see the degen leverage plays kind of play out, I think that's where the battlefield is, because remember, I've been making the case. It really does seem like the Wall Street institutions now in the space are playing games right now. So the market makers are out there really whipsawing all of the Bitcoin retail degen traders, and all of that plays out in the leveraged arena. So going a little further, I do like this tweet here from Frank Corva. I think this is like hitting the nail on the head on exactly what's going on. Frank Corva goes, take out leverage traders on the way down and up. This is how market makers do it. And we're playing with the big boys now. But if you're simply holding Bitcoin in cold storage / self-custody, you're free from the drama, which is what we tell you guys to do all the time. I know you guys have been giving me a lot of shit recently because I'm macro moon boy opti recently. I have been talking about the price, but that's what everyone's wondering what's going on. Everyone is confused on what the price is. Every Bitcoin prediction has been wrong. We're all looking at 2025, and it does feel like the lost Bitcoin year. It should have been a parabolic year, but in hindsight, 2025 was a bear market. I mean, we're under the price that the year started. We're under the price when Trump basically got into office. It's been a weird year, and I think there's been a lot of good narratives around what is actually going on. What are we seeing? Is this, a trade-off of the baton from old kind of OG holders into institutional holders? Is Wall Street trying to shake you out of your position? We're seeing a lot of Wall Street products. We probably have had the most bullish news cycle this year ever, and the Bitcoin price has not reacted, which usually means you're in a bear market. So everyone's been wrong. We're all trying to kind of wrap our heads around what's going on. Again, 4-year cycle meme seems to be totally in play, but the things on the horizon makes it seem like the 4-year cycle is probably over. That's kind of my working thesis right now, and I'll make the case in a minute. And then going forward a little more, this, I think, tweet here from VJ, this is an old tweet, but he is perfectly explaining what we're seeing happen in the markets right now. Again, this tweet is from February 11, 2020. but he did update it to yesterday. And again, history doesn't repeat, but it does often rhyme. So VJ goes, one of the classic signs of a bull market are that pullbacks are swiftly met with green uppercut candles to the jaw of bears, or as some other people like to call them, hammer candles. Again, you can see this is 2020 when we hit 10,000, but let's update that to today. If you are looking at the charts, Bitcoin did exactly that. We dumped from about 90.5K all the way down to 84K. And then yesterday, you know, the Vanguard effect, we saw Vanguard come out, say that effective immediately, we are going to offer Bitcoin ETFs. And then on the very same day, we saw Bank of America / Merrill Lynch, I'm sure you guys saw that on Twitter, basically announced starting 2026, we are going to recommend 1 to 4% to our clients' portfolios into Bitcoin. So we are seeing the hammer candle right now. And again, you know, VJ's been in Bitcoin for a long time. He's been a part of Wall Street. You know, he's not, I wouldn't say he's a trader, but he understands market dynamics. And we are in fact seeing the quote unquote hammer candles right now. So this is making me think, and I've been telling you guys, look, I could be wrong. Again, could be wrong, not financial advice. Don't you know, HELOC your house and sell your kidneys and blame Opti because the price goes back down again. But I really do think that this 85K area is probably the bottom. I'm not going to chart boy you guys, but I'm starting to see, you know, some lower high trends, and I'm still looking for like 107. Of course, 120 range is where we'll know for sure. But I am starting to feel more bullish. At first, I was just kind of being a contrarian. You know, Nico went super bear on me, and I was just like, no, bro, I can't allow myself to become a bear when Nico's been perma bear. So at first, I was kind of just being a contrarian, a bulltard, perpetually bullish. But right now, I think we are starting to see a lot of signs that we're not necessarily going to drop, you know, 70, 80%. I just don't see that happening with everything on the horizon, with liquidity kind of coming on board, QT ending, the institutions coming in, seemingly price manipulation on Bitcoin right now. You know, they want to get a good entry. All of this is making me feel extremely bullish. And then the best indicator, which my boy, I got lunch with my boy yesterday. I've been telling you about him. He has called all of these tops right now. And he even jokingly said, he's like, the fact that Nico's getting bearish might be a sign that we have bottomed out. And I'm like, I know, right? I totally know 100%. Yes, we are all bull-tarded with me. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So the next piece of news is kind of this same thing. Again, you got to focus on what's going on with the levered longs and shorts. This is where the action is playing out currently. Again, it's the ETF inflows and outflows, and currently in the leverage long arena. Now, of course, as Frank Corva was saying, if you're just buying Bitcoin in spot, you really don't care about this. You're playing the game of accumulation. You're playing the really the safest move, which we've been telling you guys forever. The safest move historically, the one move we know will always win, is stacking Bitcoin, taking it into cold storage, and staying solvent. Really kind of just set the DCA up, make sure your Bitcoin's secured, and all of this is noise as long as you have a long enough time horizon. But for everyone else that really is obsessed with Bitcoin, obsessed with what's going on in the market, really wanting just to know where this is going in the short term, because we all know where it's going in the long term, again, you focus on what's going on in the levered longs and shorts. And here we see that over $10 billion in short positions will be liquidated once Bitcoin hits 100K. Obviously, these could be some spoofs. They can put these orders on, pull them off at will, you know, kind of, I would say like head shake the market makers. You know, you give them a price, and then once it starts going off, you pull it off. Like most of these won't all be there, but this is what we're seeing. As Sightbringer says, you know, find them and destroy them. It's seek and destroy time, I think. You know, we saw the institutions essentially... Oh, sorry, I didn't pull it up. We've seen the institutions essentially kind of messing with the market, whipsawing the market right now, really trying to scare retail out of their position. really trying to acquire as much Bitcoin into these Wall Street products. And the only way they can really do that is by forcing you to sell your Bitcoin or incentivize you to give up your keys in Bitcoin. But I think we might be back into bulls running the market right now. Now, we could be Barding, who knows? Obviously, I'm going to have to say it again. This is not financial advice. As I already told you yesterday, I will not apologizing for being bullish. Okay, I don't take back my bullishness. I might not be right, or no, I am right. I might just not be right now. Okay, so it's going to happen soon, in my opinion. Anyways, as you can see, 10 billion in shorts will be liquidated currently as of today, or as of yesterday at 100K. So it looks like everyone is watching that 100K kind of number. I've been talking with Luke, and our kind of number is 107. If we can get around 107, then I think we're fully back. Obviously, we might pull back a little bit. I am kind of seeing an lower high trend building around that 80K to 90K range that we currently kind of bounce off of. So this is where your attention should be, or, just come hang out with us and I'll just keep you updated on this. Now, more interesting stuff, which I think really goes into the larger trend of what's going on in the economy, in the macro picture, is what's happening with Trump and Jerome Powell. Now, I'm sure, I know a lot of Bitcoiners are like, look, I got into Bitcoin, so I didn't have to care what the, head of the Fed said. But as you can tell, there is a battle going on right now from Treasury versus the Fed currently. And Trump came out again and, started to really triple, quadruple. I don't even know how many times he's dunked on Jay Powell this year, but continued to call him incompetent and a real dope, too late Powell, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because we know what Trump wants. They've been very adamant. They projected this. Mark Moss and even the Trump administration have been calling it in meme form the Mar-a-Lago Accords, which is essentially they want lower interest rates. They want to inject liquidity into the system, which from our perspective essentially is they got to destroy the purchasing power of the dollar to keep interest rates low so that more people want to take out debt so that free money comes back on the table. They've been telegraphing this. They've been telling you what they're going to do. Now, I know a lot of people would probably take this clip or just this headline and be like, it's Trump who's the incompetent one. I think they're both probably incompetent at this point. Full disclosure, I think they're probably both pretty incompetent at this point. But another interesting thing did come out last night. And I was making the case about this the other day, how we might be seeing a very bullish setup for the new head of the Fed or new Federal Reserve Board member. And it is, of course, the old Coinbase advisor. He seems to have become the leader, the most likely candidate, the potential candidate for replacing Jay Powell. So I'm going to play that clip real quick. It's a short clip, but I think Trump might have just leaked that he is going to be the next Fed chair. So let's watch that real quick. It's super short.
It's a great group, and I guess a potential Fed chair is here too. I don't know. Are we allowed to say that? Potential. He's a respected person, that I can tell you. Thank you, Kevin.
Yo, hey, low-key, he's still kind of got it, guys. He's still kind of got it. He's still the funniest guy ever. Again, this guy's the new potential Fed chair. At least he kind of really rised in the poll numbers, the prediction markets. He seems to be the favorite right now. And he is an ex-Coinbase advisor. Now, I'm not saying that, he's going to come out here and be like pro crypto, pro Bitcoin, going to add Bitcoin to the balance sheet. That's not what I'm saying, because we did see something similar happen with Gary Gensler. Everyone was very happy about Gary Gensler becoming the SEC head. Turns out, even though I was making the case that he did seem to be a Bitcoin maxi, he dragged his feet. Like, he taught a course at MIT on Bitcoin and blockchain. He goes in, who knows who was really behind the scenes pulling the strings, but he wasn't that kind of pro Bitcoin. He was actually very conservative, but he did launch the Bitcoin ETF. So after enough public pressure from the markets, from the, basically the markets, because he was there during Biden and stuff. He finally released a Bitcoin ETF. So I'm not saying that without a doubt, 100% guaranteed that when Kevin Hassett comes in, ex-Coinbase advisor, that he's going to do everything that's going to be beneficial for Bitcoin. But what I do know will happen, especially if Trump is saying this favorable things about him, that he will follow along on the Trump kind of administration, what they want to do. And that is, again, they want to lower interest rates and they want to inject liquidity into the system. Essentially, there's only two routes that any government in the modern world, or most first world governments, that they can really do. They can either lower interest rates or they destroy the purchasing power of the dollar or their local currency. Those are the only two moves they have. This is why we always say the big print is coming. Nothing stops this train. They have to continue to inject liquidity. They can't essentially inject liquidity and then raise rates, because that's going to cause even more havoc. Though, interesting tidbit, it does seem like Japan is on the verge of doing that. So we might be seeing a lot more volatility in the markets. We might be seeing some havoc wreak before the end of the year. Things are getting crazy out there in macro land. Now, one other interesting tidbit, it depends how you look at this one. I'm not going to play the clip. There was an interesting Jim Cramer clip going around. I really don't even know what to make of this soundbite, but you can see here, Jim Cramer just went on CNBC. It was yesterday, and he goes, Michael Saylor is not to be trifled with. He will do whatever is necessary. He is the Malcolm X of Bitcoin. By any means necessary, he will defeat the shorts. Part of me, part of me is like, damn, did Saylor just get Jim Cramer defect? Like, it might be over for MSTR. It might be completely cooked when Jim Cramer comes out and says, I am pro Saylor, I am pro strategy. In my opinion, it's probably not a good thing. It's probably not looking so hot for strategy right now. But I do like Alex's take on this. And this does kind of, I think, lead into what is going on in the markets. Again, I really do believe that what we're seeing from Wall Street right now is they are trying to position themselves in Bitcoin. Now, someone yesterday was asking me, okay, like, I thought you can't control Bitcoin. How are they able to manipulate the price? Like, how are they able to do this? Well, as I covered a minute ago, they seek and destroy the longs and the shorts. Therefore, you might see some cascading liquidation. Also, these guys are essentially the unlimited money guys, so they can pay market makers to sell Bitcoin, to buy Bitcoin, and then they'll give them a payment so that they can essentially, buy back their bags if it is a short, etc. So I do think there is some shenanigans going on with the price currently. Obviously, in the short term, they can do this. In the long term, I don't think they're capable to really control the price. But you got to remember, Bitcoin is, I don't even think we're back at the $2 trillion market cap. It's essentially, an unregulated stock at this point. And if you don't think that Wall Street plays games with stocks, you really don't know how things work out. Everything, if they find themselves to have some kind of leverage, some kind of attack vector, they will battle it out on Wall Street. This is where the wars happen. It is through finances. As Simon Dixon always says, the proof of weapons network, it all happens in the financial industrial complex. So here is Alex's tweet, though. And he goes, sure looks like the bags are filled and Wall Street is signaling it's time for the pump. All stars align. Could get wild. Now, I think that is an interesting take here, because I think what a lot of people misunderstand about Jim Cramer is I think he is the mouthpiece for the institutions. I think that's why he's had such a prominent role. I think that's why the inverse Cramer effect holds so true, is because when he says something, it's either you do the opposite or it's exactly what these, big heads at these institutions want him to say. They either want exit liquidity or they're signaling to the market that it's go time. I don't know if Alex is right. I don't know if it's go time. But if this is the case, then, of course, we've already bought them, is what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, going a little further, I am going to kind of, I I know you guys some of you like the chart bulling, some of you kind of make fun of it, but this one is pretty interesting. And again, I'm making the case that 81K, 80K, maybe 85K was the absolute bottom. Here is someone retweeting check on check. You guys know Checkmatey. He does on-chain analytics, and he goes, Bitcoin is firming up after potentially putting in a bottom at the true market mean of 81K. Remarkable. Bottoms take time, but I'd be watching 95K in the short-term hodler cost basis, which is 104K, as the next key levels. And you can see here, it bounced perfectly off this true being price at 81K. So look, I know I confirm my bias here. I know I am bullish. I tell you up front constantly that I think this is not over. It makes no sense to me to see the institutions come in now and essentially not back up the freaking, garbage truck right now, unload fiat into the market, set their products now, and just let it rip. It reminds me of what I've been calling the billionaire FUD playbook forever. So if this holds up true, I do think we could potentially, retrace a little bit, but you can almost see here, you see this, some lower highs. So it could come back down if it keeps doing kind of something like that, guys. I don't know. It's hard not to be bullish right now. Now, just to wrap up this segment, and then I'll, kind of expand a little bit more. I really like this guy's Twitter account right now. I think he's got a lot of alpha right now. I really don't know where he came from. He just kind of popped up on my Twitter account, under 10K followers. But he has been making a lot of really good points. I don't know. He just popped up on my Twitter timeline like about a week ago, and he makes a lot of sense. And again, I believe the science when it confirms my bias. Okay. I'm very open about that. Anyways, he goes, I've never seen a more bullish setup for Bitcoin in my 10 plus years of being a Bitcoiner. Despite this, price action has been incredibly underwhelming, which makes this all the more interesting. Within a week, we've had news of Texas becoming the first U.S. state to buy Bitcoin and Vanguard allowing clients to access the Bitcoin ETFs. If this happened in 2017 or 2021, it would have been the biggest news piece of that cycle and enough to shift market sentiment significantly, followed by a massive move in the Bitcoin price. But now we are getting bullish news after bullish news after bullish news, and barely anyone cares. I can't help but imagine that this is all going to come home to roost, and in 2026, we're going to see Bitcoin roar like it's never roared before. Demand from the institutions, the ETFs, the nation states, Bitcoin treasury companies is only going to increase next year, and coupled with the substantial regulatory progress being made, it all feels inevitable. Then you've got the ending of QT by the Fed and interest rates coming down, and the setup is looking incredible. What a time to be alive, and feeling very grateful I get to be on this Bitcoin lifeboat. This is kind of my thesis right now. Again, what I am seeing is every sign is telling us liquidity is coming back on the table. Not just a little bit of liquidity, like bazooka tsunamis of liquidity coming in. We have all the interest from institutions, and I don't even like institutions. I believe you should just be buying Bitcoin in spot and taking it into self-custody. But I don't know if you guys followed Eric Balkunis's tweets. Yo, the boomers are loving Bitcoin through the ETF right now. The boomers are holding it down. While retail is panicking, the boomers that bought the ETF, they are stacking right now. So the narrative, the understanding, maybe the asymmetric knowledge around what Bitcoin is in the current moment, I think it's starting to spread. All that is making me feel like, this 80K, it did seem like a controlled crash coming from Wall Street magnates. Essentially, every big news story from Wall Street in the last couple of weeks has aligned up perfectly with Bitcoin crashing. JP Morgan came out, attack strategy. Basically, the very next day, they launched their own structured note Bitcoin product. And then what we just saw at the beginning of the week, Vanguard announces that they're going to let their clients buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin dips on that very same day. And then the following day, it just absolutely rips. Like, you can't tell me that this isn't happening in a controlled fashion right now. It goes contrary to everything I believe. Now, I do believe that no one can control Bitcoin on a protocol level, but if you have all the money in the world, then you're definitely able to kind of whipsaw the market however you wish. so that you can get a good position. This is Wall Street games. And as Frank Corbett was kind of saying, we are at the big boys table now, which means, look, as much as I love all of my friends out here, everyone on Bitcoin Twitter, we are no longer in control. Retail does not drive Bitcoin anymore. It is being driven by institutions. We are literally just a tail on the dog at this point. We just have to hodl, stack more Bitcoin, and enjoy the ride at this point. I would not be trading my Bitcoin. I would not be trying to time tops and bottoms currently, because as I've been kind of making the case for the last couple of weeks, I think the big black swan we are seeing currently is going to come from the institutions. I think we've seen a lot of black swans throughout this whole year, but the next black swan, I think, could be just pumping this up into the moon. I think that this is what is going on currently. Oh, it looks like Nika's here. Oh, he doesn't have his computer. All right. He'll be here for the next segment. So guys, this is my bull case. Now, we don't need Nico here because we don't need no bearishness on today's intro segment. So I'm gonna jump straight into the numbers for today. But before I do that, let's talk about the boys over at Bitcoin Well. It is the best place to buy your Bitcoin. If you are looking at this kind of setup currently and you think it's the bottom, then you need to set up a DCA. And the reason we love Bitcoin Well is because they have never lost Bitcoin. They will never lose Bitcoin because they never hold your Bitcoin. The Bitcoin goes directly into your cold storage once your fiat clears. This is the best way to get your Bitcoin. Now, if you are on the sidelines with dollars, get in touch with the Infinite Well team and you can buy $50,000 of Bitcoin or more at a time. Smash buy. Guys, capitulate your fiat instantly. Not fiat. This is not financial advice. You should not be holding on to dollars right now. Well, maybe you should. If you think it's a bear market, if you listen to Nico, maybe you should hold on some dollars, but okay. Oh, and Rick showed up too. Perfect timing. Okay, guys. So we'll be back in a minute. We are hearing some interesting stuff coming out of the SEC Chair Atkins. And then we got some new nation state news stuff, guys, coming out of Europe. And then we're going to chill and hang out with our boy Rick from CryptoCloaks. So we'll be right back after this commercial break and we'll keep the show going.
I want to give a shout out to our partner, Stampseed. Is your Bitcoin in cold storage really secure? Are your seed phrases really secure? Stampseed's do-it-yourself kit has everything you'll need for you to hammer your seed words into commercial-grade titanium plates. Instead of just writing them down on paper, paper is fragile. Titanium plates are strong. Your words are actually stamped into the titanium plate with this hammer and these letter stamping tools. Once the words are in, they aren't going anywhere. No risk of the plate breaking apart and pieces falling everywhere. Titanium stamp seeds will survive nearly triple the heat produced by a house fire. They are also crush-proof, waterproof, non-corrosive, and time-proof. And now you can customize your titanium seed plates. You can upload your design or logo and they will laser engrave it on the back of your seed plate, the opposite side of where the words are. Stamp your seed on Stampseed and use promo code SIMPLY to get 15% off anything on the Stampseed.com store.
Alrighty then, guys, we are back, and shouts out to Rick from CryptoCloaks with us. Nico's here as well. Hey, all right, stop, dude. This guy's a child when it comes to the soundboard. Okay. Anyways, the current Bitcoin price is $93,490, which is a negative 25.9% discount on the Bitcoin all-time high. Market cap is currently at 1.87 trillion. And the block height is 926,301. Okay, guys. So kind of continuing on what I was just telling you about, some of the things that are making me feel pretty bullish right now. You know me, I'm not the biggest on regulatory clarity. To be honest, I think it's probably going to do more harm than good. But if this is what gives investors confidence into coming into Bitcoin, then I'm totally with it. Let's hear this clip and then we'll chat about it.
Through on the president for signing that bill Now, there's a market structure bill that's going through, the Clarity Act that was passed by the House. And so that we'll see where that goes in Congress. And so I'm hoping that they'll be able to get that through. But in the meantime, we in the CFTC will be, and already are, actively working on harmonizing our two systems.
So it is a bit of a change from what we heard from Gary Gensler. Now, I don't know if you guys saw the recent clip, but Gary Gensler was just on TV. He seems to have gone full Bitcoin maxi once again. He's still like, Bitcoin is a speculation, but if you're going to speculate, like, don't buy any of that other shit. Just buy Bitcoin. So I am vindicated once again. Gary Gensler is a Bitcoin maxi. He just kind of was an ass when he was at the head of the SEC.
Or maybe he just got pressure from.
Well, I know. I've said that. I've said that.
But I will say this.
Wow. Look, Nico Cope.
I will say this. First of all, I'm happy I could make the show, dude. I had like these crazy calls that were happening before. But I couldn't miss the show because our boy Rick is here. Rick has been getting flooded with every single day, 5-6 emails a day. Every single Simply Bitcoin invitation for the next 6 months has been hitting Rick's inbox. I don't know how that's been happening, Jacob. But yeah, hopefully it's not happening.
Yeah, Rick was telling me, he's like, yo, am I at the right time? Because I had like 47 freaking emails from you guys.
Hopefully that's fixed. Sorry about that, Rick. I don't know what the hell is happening. But dude, welcome to the show. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho.
You're very festive.
I mean, you got to be, man. It's the Christmas bonanza. It's here.
Christmas bonanza's here. We got Rick from CryptoCloaks in the house. And we're going to be telling you more about the Christmas bonanza during the culture segment. But going back to your point, listen, the only regulation I give a flying F about is...
Please say what I think you're going to say.
Zero capital gains.
Let's go.
Like, that's really what I care about. Like, zero cap gains on Bitcoin. Like, yes, you should have the minimus. It's like,
oh, dude, they should just unleash it. Let me use it however I want.
I know, but they should have like an exemption, right? At first, because Bitcoin is money, and then eventually get rid of capital gains tax altogether. I mean, this isn't too much of a stretch. Trump said yesterday on one of his press conferences that he wants to get rid of income tax. That he's very confident he's getting rid of income tax altogether, right?
Hey, look, I love the rhetoric.
So
I'd like to see some follow through.
I don't know if that's like politically feasible or viable.
Yeah, I doubt it, but I'm with it.
But I'm with it. Exactly. So anyways, we got our boy CryptoCloaks in the house. We go so back with CryptoCloaks from the early days, from the trenches of 2016, 2017, where we were just talking on every day. I've been on phone calls.
Do
all
not
day
disturb
long.
mode. Do not disturb.
Why don't you turn your freaking phone off, bro?
What are you doing? Dude, I have to wear so many hats these days, man. It's crazy.
The only hat you need is a Santa hat.
I go from CEO mode to accounting mode to host mode, and I don't know. My brain goes crazy, but.
Dude,
I put it on do not disturb. I don't know what's happening. Anyways, going back to Rick. Rick and I go so far back. He was in the trenches with us back in 2017, 2018, where this dream of his that's right behind him. You guys can see it on camera.
That's right. You guys can see that. It's a mess.
This dream of his, which is building a company off 3D printing. At that point, it was just a dream. Like, this channel is just a dream. We had this dream in our heads. Like, let's start a Bitcoin media company. Why the hell did we do that?
Yeah, we should have picked a better dream.
Then Rick was like, hey, I want to start a 3D printing, company. And boom, look at that. I think one of the printers behind him says subscribe to Simply Bitcoin if the sign is still there.
It's like back here on this rack. There's like 2 racks here. I think you guys are like over here on the bottom shelf, like right behind this display cabinet.
Damn, we're on the bottom shelf.
That was like literally
I know.
that was like Rick's, like one of his first printers was that, right? So like the reason I'm bringing all this up is Rick came out of the hood at the same time we did.
Yeah, sure, dude. Came out of the hood.
At the same time we did. We came out of the crypto trenches, and we've
It's like
managed.
the good old days, man.
The
Just bought
good
through,
old
ICO crap and
bro.
now
At
I
least
can't imagine nowadays.
At
to be
least the
honest.
good old days had effing volatility, bro. At least the price went up and it went down and it did things, you know, like now it's like we won regulatory excitement. You know, we're Opti's cheering on the Genius Act and the Clarity Act and
Fake news.
all these things
That's
are
fake
happening.
news.
and-
That's totally
I was gonna say, what the hell is happening, man?
and like all these like positive developments are happening, but simultaneously, the best part of Bitcoin, which is number go up, has been completely gone. It's gone. I don't even know.
First off, that's not the best part about Bitcoin. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Okay, what's the best part about Bitcoin?
NGU is pretty cool, but like the freedom money and like fuck the government is definitely number one. I'll tell you that right now. Like, just like not having to deal with a bank and just sending it to whoever the hell you want around the world. That's number one. Let's be honest.
Okay,
Number go up is pretty cool. We all want that in the long term, but short term, I mean, fuck you, money, baby.
well, I'm glad you said that because I
Do you guys like that soundboard?
dude, I need
Way too
a
much.
freaking I need like a wall here. I'm gonna build a wall so Nico can't touch my soundboard.
Hey,
Anyways, enough of that. Rick.
Yeah.
Since you've been in the trenches with us, I know Nico's take on, you know, regulatory clarity. What is your take on all that? Because I think
any of it.
Yeah, I think yours and mine are a little closer.
Why the hell do I ever care what the government tells us what we can and cannot do with
Bars.
Bitcoin? If you ever start caring about that, you've lost the fucking plot. I'm just gonna put that out there. You've
Shots
lost it.
fired
We
at
don't
Nico.
care. We don't care.
Shots
don't
fired
care.
at Nico.
we're going. This is back. This is 2018, baby. This is 2018. We're bringing back the 2018 vibes.
Get rid of all this paper Bitcoin crap. We're going back to like just Bitcoin and cypherpunks. That's where it matters. Seriously. Like, we've
Bitcoin,
lost it.
cypherpunks, whales dumping, exchanges collapsing, giant, massive
Nothing new, man.
ICO rug pulls.
Yeah, well, I mean, is that really a throwback? It's like, what's going on now?
Bitcoin volatility 50% down in a day. Do you guys remember those days? That shit was that was amazing.
That built
was
us
amazing.
the base of like not giving a shit.
Yeah, it was amazing. Dude.
I honestly feel bad for like the new classes because a lot of like people kind of lost telling them get your own node, put your Bitcoin on a freaking cold storage, get the hell out. We got to bring that shit back. I don't see that enough, to be honest, and we need to bring that back.
We do need to bring that back. Oh man, while we're talking, Opti, you want to hold it down? I do want to bring. I want to bring the first mic, the first Simply Bitcoin mic, and Rick actually printed the case.
Yeah,
for
it's
it.
in the other room. Yeah, I can.
You guys
keep
still got it?
Yeah, he actually has it. It's in his living room. It's like right smack dab center in the living room, man. So
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That was like the old days.
Yeah, it was the old one. That's when he had the really bad mic too, and now we got these nice ones. We've upgraded a little bit. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, we kind of built a studio.
You guys have a whole studio now.
Yeah, we kind of built a studio now,
and like legit.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. We try.
Yeah,
we pretend.
Too much.
We pretend. We're good pretenders here. Anyways, I do have one more question.
Yeah. Go.
You know, things have changed a lot in the last, I know when we were in the trenches, 2018, you know, when we all kind of linked up for a while, things have changed a lot. And I know you said get back to kind of the root and the ethos here, but do you really think things have changed? Wait, no, just put it on you. There you go. Look at it.
Dude, that's OG, baby. I love that one.
Woo! This is the first.
You should show them like what it looks like.
We need to make you a new one for your current one, just for fun.
This is the first Simply Bitcoin mic ever from the very early days of the show. It's a Yeti mic, right? Which I thought was so good.
That's what I'm rocking right now. Look at this shit.
And Rick was kind enough to make me this 3D printed housing for it, which was so it is bad. I'm so proud of this. I have this in my living room.
I love it, man.
because it
Hold
it's
on to
like,
that, man.
you gotta remember the early days.
Remember
the
where
early
you came
days.
from. Never
you gotta
forget.
remember where you came from, because if not, you know, what's
nothing,
all
man.
this about, right? But yeah, ever since then we've upgraded just a tad, just a little bit,
Just a bit.
But yeah, I mean, I love that attitude, man. I love that attitude of like, it is a throwback. It is like throwing back, you know, that like cypherpunk, I don't really give two F's. Whoa, that is so big. There we go. This is good. This is a good frame. That like, look, I don't really give an F. You know, this is about freedom money. This is about a revolution. This is about the separation of money and state.
That side eye was hilarious.
It's bringing back that attitude, bro, because this was the year, excuse me, of paper Bitcoin summer. This was the year of like institutions. This was the year of ETFs. And I think a lot of the lessons from the past have been forgotten. Like, people have gotten comfortable. You know, that we have, I'm not going to name any names. A lot of these people are my friends. But a lot of these people, you know, I've
these
heard,
people's crazy.
I've heard them say, I'm going to sell all my Bitcoin so I could just get some ETFs because it's more convenient.
Do it. More Bitcoin for me, baby.
So yeah, I mean, man, this is the good old days, bro. This is the good old days.
Yeah, Nico's become a boomer, Rick, bro. Yeah, he's a full
Am
boomer.
I close to boomer status now?
I mean,
what is
I am a boomer, but Nico's really a Bitcoin boomer.
Bro, it's things have changed. Bitcoin has grown up, you know.
Nico wants us to wear suits now, dude.
The only reason I'm wearing a suit is because it's a Christmas bonanza. The only reason, baby.
we do wear suits sometimes.
Hey, I like a good suit, but
we do wear.
Can't make me wear a suit every day. Anyway, let's keep the show going. We'll shoot the shit towards the end. Yeah, like we're mid show, just shoot the shit. Yeah,
we can just ramble here.
Yeah, we're shooting the shit mid show. Anyways, guys, we'll be right back. One more commercial break for the news. There is some nation state stuff going on. It's pretty interesting coming out of Europe. I've been saying for a while, Europe is freaking cooked, but hey, there's some signs of life left there. So we're gonna cover that right now.
I want to give a shout out to our partner, Ledin, the leader in Bitcoin-backed loans. Unlock the liquidity in your Bitcoin without having to sell your Bitcoin. They've issued $9 billion in loans to over 10,000 customers since 2018. I absolutely love these guys. Not only do I have an account with them, but I also have a loan. And what I love about them is that there are no monthly payments, and you could pay back the loan at any time. As soon as you send your Bitcoin as collateral, you'll have cash in your account within 24 hours. Over 1,000 five-star customer reviews, and they've never lost a single dollar or sat of customer money. Go to learn.ledin.io/simply today, and you'll get 0.25% off your first loan. I want to give a shout out to our partner, sat123.com. Sovereignty isn't just about your money. It's about your communications too. When the grid goes down, most people go dark. Cell towers fail in hurricanes, cyber attacks, and blackouts. But satellite phones? They don't rely on local infrastructure. Iridium has 77 satellites in orbit, giving you a direct line anywhere in the US, even offshore. If you hold your own Bitcoin keys, you should hold your own comms too. Sat123.com also has everything you need to start building your Bitcoin citadel. Starlink, battery backups, Faraday bags to protect your hardware wallets, and much, much more. It's a one-stop shop for anyone serious about resilience and off-grid independence. Stay connected, stay independent, stay sovereign. Go to sat123.com/simply today and use promo code SIMPLY to get 15% off anything on the store. I want to give a shout out to our partner, BitKey. If you already self-custody your Bitcoin, you know the deal with hardware wallets by now. Complex setups, clumsy interfaces, and a seed phrase that can be lost, stolen, or forgotten. BitKey fixes that. BitKey is a multi-sig hardware wallet built by the team behind Square and Cash App. It packs a cryptographic recovery system and built-in inheritance feature into an intuitive, easy-to-use wallet with no seed phrase to sweat over. It's simple, secure, self-custody without the stress. Time named BitKey one of the best inventions of 2024. Get 20% off at bitkey.world. That's BITKEY.world with the code SIMPLY.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. Christmas season is coming up. I actually need to order like 7 of these for my whole family. I'm going to do that probably this weekend. This is the best, well, best hardware wallet for your friends and family. Grandma friendly. You know, you just tap it with your phone, scan the QR code, use promo code Simply, get yourself one.
It is the easiest hardware wallet to use on the market. It has multi-sig built in.
See, you threw off my vibe here.
It has inheritance built in.
There you
it has
go.
multi-sig built in.
That's why
Go
you
to
do 'em.
bitkey.world today. Use promo code Simply to get 15% off.
I said all the important stuff. All right. Anyways. I think in an interesting kind of twist of fate of what we're seeing coming out of Europe, we've been covering what's going on with Europe. They've been attacking Bitcoin. Obviously, the UK is not necessarily the EU, but I think this is kind of a trend that I'm sort of seeing, that a lot of people are moving away from the EU MiCA laws. And of course, we know what Christine Lagarde's been saying, the ECB's been saying, they are going, headfirst into a CBDC. But it seems like some countries, obviously not in the European Union per se, but in Europe, and they are, I think, breaking away from the EU MiCA laws. So here's the first one. UK passes law formally recognizing crypto as property. The Property, Digital Assets, etc. Act received royal assent on Tuesday, the final step of an act becoming law after being passed by the UK Parliament. Now, here's probably where it gets a little interesting. The act, approved by King Charles on Tuesday, was designed to modernize property law to take account of digital assets. Previously, property fell into one of two categories: things in possession, such as physical objects, and things in action, such as debt. The law establishes a third category that includes digital assets, such as, cryptos and NFTs. Anyways, this quote here is probably, I'd say it's a good step. Obviously not perfect. It almost kind of gets them in line to where the U.S. is. Obviously, we want to push the U.S.'s view on Bitcoin a lot further, but it's, they're making some moves. So, quote, by recognizing digital assets in law, the UK is giving consumers clear ownership rights, stronger protections, and the ability to recover assets lost through theft or fraud. So, we're here to protect the customer, yada, yada, yada. But it is kind of a move away from the EU MiCA laws. Of course, the UK is not necessarily in the EU, but as everyone kind of knows, the EU, Christine Lagarde, ECB, what's the other one, Van der Leyen or whatever, they think they own the monopoly on what goes on in the EU. They kind of feel like they are the culture trendsetters, and now it looks like people are moving away from that. And now a little more specifically regarding to the EU, the Polish president vetoes law regulating crypto asset markets, and this was in direct contrast to the EU MiCA laws. So President Karol Nawrocki has vetoed a bill that would have introduced regulation of the crypto assets market in Poland, bringing the country in line with EU rules, particularly the EU's MiCA law. The government argued that the measures were necessary to protect consumers and ensure that Poland benefits from the market, but Nawrocki, who is aligned with the opposition, says that they, in fact, quote, pose a real threat to the freedoms of Poles and the stability of the state. Now, I don't really agree with the stability of the state part, but it is posing a real threat on your freedoms out there. Like they say we're here to protect the consumer. That's what the EU MiCA laws are kind of really framed as. But when you really, dive deep into it, it's probably going to do more damage than good. Anyways, the Polish bill would have designated the Financial Supervision Authority as the body responsible for overseeing the crypto asset market. Firms operating in the industry would be required to submit information on their activities to the KNF, which would be empowered to impose sanctions if necessary. The bill would also have introduced criminal liability for offenses relating to crypto assets. The government argued, as well as bringing Poland in line with EU rules, the measures were necessary to protect consumers. Finance Ministry data indicates that 18% of Poles have experience investing in crypto assets, and around a fifth of them have fallen victim to fraud or abuse. And then, of course, here is what the president said. It then passed to Nawrocki, who is aligned with the opposition and regularly exercised his rights to veto bills. Deputy Finance Minister Duran Drop, who led work on the crypto assets bill, appealed to Nawrocki to sign it into law. He warned that the EU's MiCA regulation requires member states to designate an authority to oversee the crypto market. If Poland does not do that by July 1st, 2026, crypto firms would not be able to register in Poland and would instead move to other EU countries. And of course, that would mean fines, et cetera, et cetera. No. However, stop. On Monday evening, Nawrocki Chancellor... Stop, dude. Monday, you see the disrespect, guys. I let him do stuff, and I run the show, and he's freaking a child in a candy store. Anyways, however, on Monday evening, Naraki's chancellor announced that the president had decided to veto the bill as he believes it, quote, posed a real threat to the freedoms of Poles, their property, and the stability of the state. The president expressed concern, for example, that the law would have, quote, allowed the government to disable the websites of cryptocurrency companies with a single click. His office argued that the regulations regarding domain blocking are opaque and potentially open to abuse. So, here's the last quote, which I think is probably like, hey, shouts out to the Polish president here. He goes, quote, over-regulation is a surefire way to push companies abroad instead of creating the conditions for them to earn and pay taxes in Poland. Obviously, that last part's like whatever. But I totally agree with that. And that's kind of what I've been saying about what the SEC Chair Atkins is saying. A lot of, this is Opti's show. Let's kick him out of here. No, he's done. Get him out of here. No, I actually do need you because you're more political. I am very much afraid of overregulation. It might sound good, but as I like to say, and I'm sure Rick is right there along with me, politicians are going to politic, and usually they're just here to create new laws, new hurdles to jump over. It's literally their job. That's what they do. So I am a little bit kind of fearful of overregulation. So shouts out to the Polish president for, very vocally saying this. And of course, breaking away from the EU MiCA laws. They're absolutely horrible. I know Christine Lagarde really wants it. The ECB wants it. That van der Leyen crazy lady wants it too, allegedly, or I don't know how to say that nicely. But, honestly, some solid moves coming out of the EU. Shouts out to the Polish and shouts out to Great Britain. Even though I have been very harsh on the Europeans lately, I will praise them when something good happens. Anyways, let's go to Rick because we're tired of Nico messing with this stuff. Rick, what's your thoughts? Have you been following along on what's going on in Europe? It's been low-key very cooked.
If it has to deal with regulations and shit, I just don't care.
Bars.
I watch it as more as the government's just trying to finagle their ways to steal your Bitcoin in different ways. If they're going to make it property, guess what? The government now can just take your property. Done.
True.
I mean, it's fucking bullshit. So screw any government that calls it. Also, I saw the chat was worried about swearing. Welcome to my life. I don't have a filter. That's just what I do. So apologies for swearing in the future. But yeah,
I don't apologize for the past.
I don't apologize for the past. That's just how it is. But no, I hate regulations. Like, we need less. And everybody that pushes for more, I mean, I'll say it again. You lost the plot of what Bitcoin truly is. We don't need governments to help us outrun Bitcoin. We have plebs and all of us that are doing it without them. So.
And here's the bearish contrarian take. Go, Nico.
Yeah, I think regulations make the world safer. I think a carbon tax makes total sense, and it may think about it for a second. It totally makes sense, bro. Like, they can fly private jets and they can go anywhere they want, right? And they can go on with these giant motorcades with like 50.
I feel so much safer now.
50 vehicles, but for the rest of us, like the peasants, we do need carbon tax and carbon credits, because if not, like, how dangerous freedom is, bro. Like, too much freedom is too dangerous,
Yeah, and what about the roads?
And the roads, right?
Who will ever fix the roads?
Exactly. Like, this is all for your own safety. Like, look, at the end of the day, guys, you have to understand, you're going to own nothing and be happy. And like, that's just the reality of the future. And, Bitcoin is dangerous. Bitcoin's a very, very dangerous tool. We can't really explain why it's dangerous, but it is dangerous. And for the safety of Europe, we do need a digital euro, because without a digital euro, like, how will Europe maintain its sovereignty, right? Like, that's my opinion on all this, so.
Nailed it.
Wait, you messed with my thing.
Oh, you get to use the soundboard, but I don't?
Yeah, because I have skills. I use it tactfully.
It's not in the beginning.
This ain't the beginning. We're like 5 years into this. All right. Anyways, let's keep it moving, because we'll bullshit with Rick. We're gonna talk about what do you
look, real
the real take
real bit for a second. I think the part that like kind of sticks out to me the most is Yeah, we shouldn't be celebrating that they're designating it as property. They're designating it as property so they could take it away from you.
Exactly.
Right?
People don't freaking understand that.
Like that's literally why they're designating it as property. So they can literally say, okay, this is your property and we're legally entitled to taking away
They're
your
basically
property.
just going to make like eminent domain for all your other shits.
Yes.
Good luck.
I'm 100% convinced. Like, this is the same country, no offense, that is like jailing people for Facebook posts.
For memes.
For memes, literally. So forgive me if I'm skeptical. Forgive me if I'm skeptical.
You just got to hate the government more, not less.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting that you're more skeptical of the EU than you are of the US when they're basically bringing it up to the same line.
The reason I'm not I'm not as skeptical as the US because the US has the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, and like it just like good luck. We have guns. We have,
you know, some people in the US have been arrested for memes.
We have the right. No, but it's different because
okay.
It's different because it's like
here's the cope.
Okay, so did those memes call to action violence? Right? Like
I don't know. I can't clarify
because I don't know. Because if it was just a political opinion meme, like it's that you're totally entitled to do that in the US.
Well, someone fact check this.
I mean, that's literally what the First Amendment
No, I
says.
agree, but I'm just saying. I think they were just political opinions, but I could be wrong. Anyway, and
like here's the
enough
thing,
of this.
but that's what makes me so bullish on the U.S. So like they can play all these like shenanigans that inherently makes government stronger and bigger and more centralized. They could play all those games, but as long as the First and Second Amendment keep doing what the First and Second Amendment do best, even in certain states that like completely disregard the First and Second Amendment, it's great because it creates an opportunity for the states that do like the First and Second Amendment. So like there's always this like competitive nature between the states. And I think it's created the most free market, if you can call it that, but the most free market.
That's a bold term, sir.
Exactly, right? You can't really have a free market with a central bank. That's my opinion, all right? But it's created the most free market, you know, economy in the world. And despite all the manipulation of the, you know, and the power of central government and the central government, you know, getting involved in people's lives and the central bank debasing the currency, despite all of that, you still have somewhat of a free market in the US, right? Which is great. Like if you're an entrepreneur, you want to move here. Like good luck starting a business in Europe. Like good luck. Like if you're
market capitalism, baby.
if you're a small business owner in Europe, like good luck. You know, like I think me and Opti would have been arrested by now, and I don't know if Rick
facts.
And I don't know if Rick would have been able to do his thing, right? So like I am grateful. I am grateful for the US for giving you know, for giving us that opportunity. Someone in the chat time says, time to go feed the goats and weep off the solar panels. Lol, Nico still thinks the Constitution still applies. I think it totally does apply to some extent.
Just never get black-pilled, baby. That's what they want. Don't ever get black-pilled. Stay orange.
It totally does apply to solution. Leave England.
Okay, all right. Let's keep it moving. Let's bullshit with Rick.
We'll be right back. We're going to
back.
talk to Rick during the culture.
I want to give a shout out to our partner, HIVE Digital Technology. Why HIVE in 2025? Unstoppable growth. As the first ever public miner, HIVE's position to quadruple their global footprint, making them one of the world's fastest growing miners in 2025. And with elite operations that consistently top the industry in Bitcoin mined per exahash, HIVE's now headquartered in the USA. They're lean and mean, they're green and clean, and they're rewriting the playbook on sustainable Bitcoin mining. You can catch the latest buzz at HIVE Digital Tech or at hivedigitaltech.com. I want to give a shout out to our partner, bitcoinben.io. If you're into freedom, Bitcoin, and building a real community, this is for you. Gain exclusive access to real-world, members-only, private clubs across the globe, featuring poker nights, expert-led classes, co-working spaces, educational meetups, live events, and more. Current locations include Sarasota, Nashville, Boston, Dallas, Las Vegas, and St. Louis, with new clubs launching soon in West Palm Beach, Scottsdale, Alabama, and beyond. Not to mention Bitcoin Ben's resorts in El Salvador. There's 3 of them, and they're absolutely beautiful. You'll also get access to the first fully backed Bitcoin bank with fiat ramps and savings accounts. It's called Private Key Bank. And you guessed it, it's based out of El Salvador. Go peer-to-peer with Bitcoin bulk buys. Tap into home equity for long-term Bitcoin growth. And join their exclusive mining pools if you're interested in mining. What are you waiting for? Head over to bitcoinben.io. Join today, where Bitcoin meets freedom.
That's all I
Empty
got.
spot.
Yeah, I just thought, that was a bad joke.
Also, I'd just like to say the chat was hilarious. They're like, look how old Nico goes. And I'm just like, well, Nico has a kid now. Welcome to the life of having
Nico's
a kid.
old. Nico's a bum. Nico's a
They
bum.
age you, man, but it's worth it.
Yeah, exactly. Nico, I guess forgot he had another meeting. So it's Rick and I will be shooting the shit towards the end. But before we do all that, Rick, I did see this funny post. I don't know if we want to play the video that you posted. Wait,
Oh
oops.
God.
I'll
cringe one?
just show it. So the reason we got Rick on today, besides just shooting the shit with him, he is doing the Christmas Bonanza once again, guys. You're on what, day 3 currently?
Yep.
And I'll let you give everyone the details and stuff. But hey, if you've been stacking sats and you wanted a Simply Bitcoin hoodie, then you're going to have to keep your eyes out on this one. So, Rick, here's the floor. You take it. Let the people know,
Let's do it.
what they can win and how they can get involved.
Yeah, so we do Christmas Bonanza every year. We've done it. This is our 3rd year. This year we have like $27,000 worth of prizes that we're giving out. Oh, you want to play the video?
I was just going to play in the background.
All right. So this year we have $27,000 worth of prizes from 40 plus different companies. Don't worry about the cringe. I fucking hate that. I hate seeing myself on video. But I was like, I have to do it because people donated so much stuff this year. I could literally run through the 40 plus companies that went through. I'll try to talk really fast just to give them a shout out because it is important. It wasn't just me. It was all these guys donating stuff. So we got the Legend Berg, Shield Folio, LFGO, Cypherpunk Cinema, Delgado's Fuego, Altair Technology, Soap Miner, Shamery, Stampsy, Panics for Bitcoin, Queso Simplest Bitcoin Book, Penny Lane, Mopar Mining for Florida, Golden Tallow, Punch Plate, Seed Vault, Pleb Underground, the Bitcoin Diaries, Proof of Ink, One Key, the Public Board, Cold Card, Bitcoin Manor, Simply Bitcoin, you guys with your hoodies, Avoid Bit, Coin Cards, us, Cedar, BTC Pins, No Way Signs, Brains, Blockstream Jade, Bitcoin Mining Lifer, ASIC Repair Parts, Rowan 21, Fold Bitcoin, Go Burr, Even Park, Stackchain Magazine, High Society, Start9, Bitbrand, Advanced Crypto Services, Pleb Source, Crypto Tag, Bitcoin Caps, Blocktron, Nectar and Node, and Cinco de Ranch. So that's all the companies that donated to this entire thing. So what we do is we have 4 big bundles every week. We do a little competition on Monday. We release it and we tell you what you have to do to enter. On Friday, we'll pick the 4 winners and you'll win a bunch of stuff. The big bundles, bundle 9 through 12, there's like $4 grand worth of stuff in there.
Damn.
What kind of scam is this? The best part is we've been doing this for 3. There is no scam. We're literally just giving back to the community after all the support for the years. There is no scam. All these companies donated stuff and I ship it out. And then since we had so much stuff this year, I've been doing daily giveaways with like random stuff. So you could, and right now we might as well give something out too, because we have so much stuff. So I figured why not?
How are we going to do that though?
I don't know. Can you pick a random person from chat? Do you have like an easy way to do that?
No, I don't think I do.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to just, here, this is how we'll do it. Maybe they say something from here on out, guys. Here, I'm going to drop a 1 here in the chat, or no, I'm going to do a line here. Everything under this line, Rick will pick something out and then we'll get in touch with you guys, whoever he picks. So, just we'll let it ride a little bit because I'm biased. I know everyone in the chat, so it won't be as fair. So
you pick a number and I'll pick on the comments once we go in like 5
couple
minutes.
There we go.
I think that's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah,
I didn't know how we were
that's
gonna do
the
this, and I threw it
Yeah,
on.
I don't know.
But
we
what's
should have
gonna
figured
happen
that
is
one out.
you're gonna win a UASF hat and then a little Bitcoin ornament from No Way Signs. Because we have so much extra, so I figured we might as well give something out, right? Why not?
Okay. All right. So you said pick a number. I'm gonna let it roll a little bit. Let me see. Am I gonna pick a good number?
I don't know.
Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So let me. I can't look.
Don't even look. They're still coming in, so you just got to pick.
Actually, we got to do. We're gonna do 21. So 21st comment after my line.
7, 8, 9.
We'll get the gift here. Free gift.
Chef Tommy.
I
think
let's
was
go.
21.
Okay, there you go.
We're going with that one. The chat was
Okay.
moving so fast that I tried counting. So
All
Chef
right,
Tommy
Chef
just
Tommy.
won. So you can
I guess DM me on Twitter or DM the Simply Bitcoin account. I don't know how I'm going to confirm it, Chef Tommy. Actually, I will be able to Chef Tommy, you're going to have to tell me one of those delicious meals that you make.
Oh.
And I know it's you because he's always dropping really good meals in the chat and making me hungry. So I think the Simply Bitcoin DMs are open. So go do the Simply Bitcoin and then I'll make sure we verify and we'll communicate of how to get you guys this stuff. So
I'll get you that stuff.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so Rick, how do they play? How do they win these from the main kind of giveaway? Like what is the process?
Bundles.
Yeah.
So what happens is I think it's just like and reply and follow the official list. There's a list of like the 40 plus companies. Make sure you're following every single one of them. It's the least that I can have happen because these guys all donated. Some donated like thousands of dollars worth of stuff. There is $10,000 worth of Bitcoin trading cards. There's like full sets of like season 3, the limited edition, like 1 out of 210 card collections, the full set. So we're talking a lot of money, and I just want to make sure they get their value. So you follow the official Christmas Bonanza list. And no, this isn't a scam. I do this every year, and I actually send stuff out. So like,
yeah, no, he does.
We just give stuff back.
Can confirm. It is a little different this year because last couple of times it was every day a new product. Now you're doing just bundles. So someone's going to get hooked up, or a couple of people are going to get hooked up with a package.
So like Satoshi Christmas, they're different. The Fats Foundations thing, they do every day like a new company.
Yeah.
We do ours. We're like four bundles, and it's like
huge.
And you can go to christmasbonanza.com and you can see all the individual bundles. I put them all out there, and you can see everyone in there, and it'll give you like a whole bunch of stuff. That's christmasbonanza.com.
Okay, I'll pull that up.
If you bring it up. Maybe it gives people a better
idea.
But I'm here just to like make sure people get entered because I'm just giving stuff away and I want to make sure
there we go.
We get as many as possible. So
here we go. I'll drop this guys in the chat if you guys want to, win a bundle for Christmas. Sorry, I didn't share it. What's going on here?
That's all good.
There it is. All right, there's what it looks like, guys. I dropped it in the chat. Shouts out to Rick, shouts out to CryptoCloakS, shouts out to everyone that participated in it. We did send some hoodies to you, so you guys will get some. If you win, if we're in one of the bundles, I don't even know what you guys are doing.
Like scroll down, you'll see.
Right, let's see.
You go through all this. Keep going.
Okay, keep going.
This is the full list that I read off of, like everybody that donated. Here you go. So
there we go.
These are all the bundles of all the stuff you could win.
And did you give any out yet, or is it still bundle one?
No, so like this is week 1. So
okay,
there's 4 weeks of 4 bundles. So all the first 4 bundles are all stuff that you can win. All you have to do is go find the official Christmas Bonanza post to do what we say. Like it's
here. Yeah, actually, I still have it here. I think this is the official one. Is it the one I just was playing with?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here you go, guys. I'm making it easier for you guys because I know you guys are lazy. There you guys go. It's in the YouTube and the Rumble. Sorry, Primal guys. I literally don't know how to talk to you guys over there. So
it'll be okay. We'll do some stuff on Nostr because Nostr's their own thing.
Yeah,
I'll make sure
exactly.
to get some winners over there.
But man, dude, these are some bundles.
Oh yeah, look at the big. It's ridiculous. The big bundles. There's a 3D printer. You can literally win a 3D printer.
That's
and our
crazy.
filament and like full on hardware wallets, BitX touch nodes, Bitcoin miners. Everything is up for grabs over the next 4 weeks.
Dude, you want that bundle 12 right there?
On a 12, you got a 3D printer.
There
you
you
can start
go.
your journey.
You get
Welcome.
a 3D printer. That's the one you guys are using, huh? The Bamboo Lab still?
Yeah, that's like the A1 Mini. So those are like a very good starter printer for $200. We run like the $600 models in the back. But
Okay.
yeah, there's your hoodie.
There you go. There's a hoodie. Bundle 11. Wait, how long are you doing multiple bundles a week?
Yeah, so there's 4 bundles for 4 weeks.
Okay.
It's so much. I have so much stuff that I'm just like kind of YOLOing it and just giving stuff away. But we're doing our 4 big bundles, but then on a daily basis, we're just have like side challenges.
All
It's
right.
wild.
Wait, maybe you guys want bundle 16 here. Is
There it
this
is.
another 3D printer? Oh no, it's a Void Bit.
That's a Void Bit BitX cases, their whole racking system, which is cool.
Okay.
But yeah, like every bundle comes with a $50 fold gift card. I mean, there's so much stuff that it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a lot, dude. Wow. Well, let's hope some of you guys in the chat get it. If someone says, I just want to win sats.
Well, you can win $50 worth of sats if you win a bundle, thanks to Fold.
Let's go. Oh man. Well,
That's why I'm here.
Happy Christmas to everyone. Happy Christmas to you, Rick.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you, man. That's why I'm here. I'm here to just shield the Bonanza because I love giving stuff away for December. I look forward to it every year, and this year's the biggest yet. It's wild. We almost tripled what we had last year.
Let's go. That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Like I've seen it grow, and this one's like, these are some bundles. These are some packages. Like you're getting a really tight package coming to you if you win. So
there's basically self-sovereignty on like the 4 big bundles. You're going to get a hardware wallet, a Bitcoin node, or a 3D printer.
That's tight.
So.
That's super tight, man. Well, everyone gets mad at us because usually the culture is like me ranting or we're shilling something.
The best part is I don't even care. You don't have to shill anything. Yeah, you don't have to shill anything. It's just, if you want to enter, you can. If you want to win a bundle, I don't care. I'm just giving stuff out, and if you don't want to enter, that's you, man.
Wait, I'm getting trolled because I said Happy Christmas instead of Merry Christmas. All right, sorry guys. Sorry. Merry Christmas. Yeah, maybe I was doing Happy Holidays and Merry Christmas in one. Merry Christmas. I'm not ashamed to say Merry Christmas. I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite time of the year. It's not as cool as when you're an adult, though. I'll tell you that much.
Dude, I love it.
All right, I'm getting roasted. Okay, I think it's time to end because I said Happy Christmas instead of Merry Christmas. I think that's it. All right, guys, go fuck yourselves. All right, that's all I have to say. But no, Rick, seriously, man, this is awesome. I hope some of our audience win. So, guys, actually, Rick, say it one more time because I know they have hearing problems here. They don't like to listen to us. So, one more time, how can they win these packages?
Yeah.
And when does it end?
So this week's bundle, I pick a winner on Friday, and there's 4 bundles this week. But every week we'll have 4 bundles. On a daily basis, we also release like mini bundles. I just randomly pick the extra stuff and put it together. But yeah, ChristmasBonanza.com, or just follow us on Twitter and then look at all the official lists. We have a ton of stuff, and we're just giving it away because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the community back in the day building my company. So I always love giving back this time of year. That's the least I can do. Yeah, that's it. Follow me on Twitter.
Oh wait, Nico's coming back. I guess Nico wants to come back.
He wants to come back. All right.
Dude, I think you kicked the we're good. I think you kicked the Ethernet, dude.
You did your stream.
Yeah. It kicked me off for a little bit. Does it?
It's very pixelated issues right now.
Are we having issues now? Yo. I think we're having issues.
Yo, what's up, dude?
I can hear you. Your quality is a little bit down, but maybe it has to reset after kicking it.
Yeah. I think. Hold on, let me see.
What's up, dude? How are you, Rick?
Oh,
Welcome back.
We are a little pixelated.
Dude, literally got. It's been a crazy day, but I'm super happy you're here, dude.
Thanks, man.
And I'm excited that you're having another Bonanza. How many Bonanzas is this?
This is 3rd year, man. It's ridiculous. I think the first year was like $2,000 worth of stuff. Last year was 10,000, and this year's like 27. So
that's crazy, bro.
It's getting wild, and I love it. Next year we're gonna do it again.
That's so crazy. What could you say? Which one of the packages are your favorites?
My favorites,
the big bundles, the one with the 3D printer in it.
The big bundles, I basically included every single company that donated I made sure that they got into the big bundles. So I mean, there's 3D printers, there's nodes, there's hardware wallets, there's LED matrix systems. You got your guys' hoodie in there. I mean, there's everything, and it's wild. All the bundles are good, but obviously the big bundles are going to be better because there's just a ton of stuff in there. But yeah, I mean, even our daily giveaways, we're giving out a bunch of stuff.
So, dude, what made you like? What was the original inspiration for this? The first year you did it,
giving back to the community, because I seriously, like, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for everybody that supported me through the 9 years I've been building. So it's the little thing that I can do to give back. And every year it keeps getting bigger, and I'm pretty jacked about it.
Dude, man, are we that old? Have we aged that much, bro?
It's been 9 years. I mean, what is it, 9 years? Yeah, my company's been around for 9 years now. So
Dude,
yeah, we're getting old, man.
That's crazy, man. Felt like yesterday when we were young bucks in the hood.
People were calling you old after the last.
Yeah, they're like, you can look younger on the ads. This has really aged them.
And I was just like, well, that's just kids, but that's the best part.
We were young bucks, you know, taking the bicycles around the hood, you know,
you guys
in the trenches.
The term hood.
In the Discord.
In the Discord hoods.
Bitcoin kindergarten, Surfer Gym.
Let's go. Throwback. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Surfer Jim's only on Nostr now, isn't he? I haven't seen him.
No, I think he's on Twitter. He hasn't really been tweeting much. I've seen him post a little bit on Twitter. I think he pops in and yells at someone like get off my lawn type stuff, but
makes sense.
Wow. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. But it's good to see you, Rick.
Hey, you too. Thanks for having me.
You gotta come on the show more often. Guys, go to CryptoCloaks.com. Got your best 3D printed crypto. No, why crypto? Bitcoin related paraphernalia.
Bitcoin related stuff. I will never bend the knee and get rid of the crypto name just because shitcoiners try to take over. Never gonna happen, man. Cryptographic for life. Let's go.
So go to CryptoCloaks.com, and also what else? Check out the Christmas Bonanza. It's gonna be happening all this month. Rick is gonna be giving away. It's been a long day, guys. I'm sorry. Rick's gonna be giving away.
It's like what, 2 o'clock over there,
dude. You don't understand. I've been in meetings since like 6 a.m. And then so Rick's gonna be giving away stuff all month long. It's gonna be awesome. So go follow the CryptoCloaks account on X. And it's pretty active.
Here again, let me I'll drop everything in the chat one more time for you guys. Okay, here you go. Here you go.
Seriously, thanks for having me on, for allowing me to shill my Bonanza. Appreciate it,
allowing you to scam the audience by giving them things.
That's my favorite.
We're here just giving you things.
I know there's a lot of fake ass shit on X, but this is not. Like, I've never done that. I never will. If I do a giveaway, you're gonna get something.
Bars. Oh man, bro, this is crap on Nico day, because every other chat is just Nico. Nico, go take a nap or something. All right, I will. Fine.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
I will take that advice. Anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed the show, you know what to do. Smash the like button. Consider subscribing. Go follow CryptoCloaks, or go to CryptoCloaks.com. We love you all. We appreciate you all. We'll see you tomorrow for a brand new episode of Simply Bitcoin Live.
Today's episode was brought to you by BitcoinWell.com, a Bitcoin-only platform on a mission to enable financial independence.